This is Bill Hornbarger, Chief Investment Officer with Benjamin F. Edwards, with three things to watch for the week of May 22nd, 2023. Well, as has been the case for the last several weeks, the main focus is going to be on the debt ceiling and the ongoing discussions, debate around resetting the debt ceiling so the government will not default on its obligations. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has put out June 1st as the X date when the government will start to run out of money and the ability to fulfill all of its obligations. And while no one knows exactly what the ramifications of piercing the debt ceiling would be, everybody agrees that it would have extremely negative consequences, particularly the longer it goes on. So the feeling is we're getting very close to the time where some type of agreement needs to be made. Away from the debt ceiling, we're going to have multiple Fed speakers on the tapes and the release of the Federal Open Market Committee meeting minutes from last month. There is a disconnect between what the Fed is saying, Fed rhetoric, and what the market is thinking in terms of the future path of monetary policy. The Fed has been very adamant that with inflation still elevated, they don't feel that their work is done, while the futures markets are indicating that the Fed will pivot and actually be lowering rates later this year. Again, need to make some progress on inflation before we would say the Fed is done for this rate hiking cycle. And then finally, in terms of economic data, on Friday, we will get the Fed's favored measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures, or PCE. PCE is expected to be up 0.3% month over month. This will actually be the April data, and that would be 4.3% year over year increase, and that would be actually a slight uptick from the previous number at 4.2%. PCE peaked last June at 6.8%, but remains well above the Fed's stated target of 2% inflation over a market cycle.